everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. I've been saying a lot lately that I've been super excited for this particular video because there's been a string of videos that I've been super excited for, and this is no exception. So, like everybody else that is sort of a Beatles fan or very much a Beatles fan, I've been pulled into all of this now and then stuff with the release of what is supposedly their final single. And I posted about it, I've talked about it, but obviously being a fan of physical media, I wanted to own a copy of it. So how do I go about doing that? And there was a bunch of versions available. There's a cassette. Initially there was no CD, but now there's a CD. There's 7-inch singles. The marbled one looked really, really cool. There's the blue one, there's a black one, there's 12-inch versions, there's an exclusive red Target version single, I believe, and I was like tempted. But I also knew that there was going to be a re-release of the red and blue albums. And the red and blue albums are sort of like the big yearly thing the Beatles have been doing lately by, reissuing an extended sort of box set of an album. And this year it's the red and blue albums together collectively have got a facelift. So they're most of the songs on them are remixed for 2023 by Giles Martin, and they also feature an extra disc each with additional songs that weren't on the original version. So it truly has become apparently the greatest hits of the Beatles. And in addition to that, they have the Now and Then single on the vinyl version. As I understand it, the CD version of the new Red and Blue does not include the Now and Then song, but the vinyl version does. So anyhow, I pre-ordered it direct from the Beatles store, and it didn't ship until November 10th. So I was a little bummed because I knew a lot of people would get their physical copies of the single before I got this, but it was worth the wait, I think. I haven't opened it yet. I thought we would do that together. You're not going to want to miss this.
Welcome to Record-ology.
Okay, here it is. Man, I've been excited for this. I don't think I've ever pre-ordered anything in my life. You always hear about people pre-ordering movies and music and things. I've never done that, but literally went to Beatles.com and pre-ordered this, and it didn't ship until the 10th. So I think it was one of the last things in this whole latest cycle of new things for the Beatles to ship. And it arrived last night, and I really had to fight the temptation to open it last night because I wanted the daylight to kind of help with the lighting. That being said, it's stormy here in Orlando today. So here it is. I got the both albums, and they're in a slipcase, so it's kind of a box set, albeit a small one. And I just wanted to give you the tour of it, give you the virtual experience of opening it. We've got the metallic embossed label. We've got the hype sticker there, including Now and Then, which I guess the CD version of these albums does not include. It's specifically on the blue album, the end of the blue album. 6 LPs. I did get the colored vinyl edition, even though it was more expensive, but it just looks so cool. I'm like, you know what? Let's go for it. Half speed masters on 180 gram red and blue vinyl. And this is the, you can see the UME and Apple logos there, the Apple logo down here. And there are the 2 record sets in what looks to be a pretty thick box, all shrink wrapped. On the back, we've got the track listings. Now, as I saw on another video, apparently the track order or the programming for the first 2 is the same, and then the new disc is just sort of stuff is added on to it. It doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason. So it's sort of chronological-ish until the last bit. So it's kind of interesting how they chose to do that. This is a German pressing, and at the bottom you can see Beatles.com, all that good stuff. And that's it. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, I have this problem where when I'm opening up something new or I have anything new, like I'm hyper paranoid that I'm going to, that first scratch, that first issue is the worst. The first time I accidentally drop the needle on the record or something, it will happen. You know what I mean? It will happen. It's physical media. You have to make contact with it every time. Oops, sorry to bump the tripod. Have to make contact with it. You know, you're carving away a little bit of the record every time. But when things are brand new, I'm like hyper aware of that. So, okay, let's go ahead and see if there's anything else in the box. Interesting. So it's like black lined. It's a nice box. That's really, really cool. In fact, I'm going to set that over here. Makes sense to start with the Red album. Okay, so it is obviously the same artwork as the originals. It's got a matte finish. I was expecting this to be like a hyper glossy finish, but it's not. It's really a matte finish. And it looks like it's gatefold. There's the spine. Obviously, the picture on the back. They've aged incredibly. I think this is a really cool thing. I'm glad they kept the original artwork. I sent some pictures to my dad when I got this, and his first thing was, I'm glad they kept the original artwork. And me too, because it's iconic. It's really, really iconic. And I've learned so much from you guys. You guys may be chuckling, listening to me talk like I know what I'm talking about. I really don't. Because remember, just a few months ago, I had no idea what the Red and Blue albums even were. And you guys are the ones that educated me, because I was overwhelmed. Like, where do I start collecting the Beatles? Where do I start? And you guys are like, Red and Blue albums. It's a perfect place to start. So, and I agree, it was. And I also agree that the person is like, you're going to have all the albums too, just so you know. I'm like, nah, this will be fine. Sure enough, here I am, all the albums. And there's that bizarre picture. It's an interesting choice. And I echo what others have said about this. It's a bizarre choice to put in a gatefold. You ever look at a gatefold or any kind of, piece of marketing real estate and feel like they kind of wasted their opportunity? Like they could have put a lot of cool something here, and they've chosen to do this. But interestingly enough, it does say specifically this is St. Pancras Old Church, London, 28th of July, 1968. The actual day. What was going on that day, and why are the Beatles sort of in the background? It's kind of weird. Everybody's looking at something, but the Beatles are just kind of like mixed in. You know what I mean? I think that's odd. So. Okay, so the records are in, what would you call that? Slipcase, slip sheet. And this one, it looks like a gatefold version. Let's start with this. This is 3 discs. And we're going to go ahead. Okay, so we've got an insert. Awesome. Some artwork there. Some fun stuff to read, for sure. I love it. John Harris, 2023. Okay. And then here is the actual sleeve itself. I guess it's just a sleeve with the lyrics on both sides. And then let's take a look at the actual disc. Oh, look at that. That's very pretty. That is very, very pretty. Yeah, 180 grams. You can just tell by holding it. Man, look at that. It just looks sharp. It looks really, really sharp. And I know these aren't the first colored pressings of this album, but I'm hoping they're the best. And I've listened. I couldn't resist. I just couldn't wait. I went on Apple Music, and they have these new remixes, these new versions on there in Dolby Atmos. And I've listened to the 2023 mixes, and yes, they are different. They are noticeably mixed differently. And for people that hate the split track audio of old stereo mixes, which, I've heard weren't even designed for listening purposes, that those mixes were really designed for, or weren't designed for listening purposes, they were designed for mixing purposes. It's odd. In fact, I was just listening to some Mamas and Papas this morning. Same thing, just incredibly, a large amount of split track audio. But for the Beatles to hear the stereo mix done in such a way that it's really, designed for the listening pleasure of it all, I think it's a really, really good thing. Hopefully that makes some sense. I'm trying to have a conversation with you and process what I'm looking at the same time. Okay, so that is the Red album. Can't wait to give it a listen. Here is the Blue, which will probably be fairly similar. So front and back. I like how they reverse the imaging on the Red and Blue. Oh, it's a different, isn't that a different color? Yeah. Interesting. So the blue has a blue tint to the picture, and that has sort of a brownish reddish tint to the picture. I'm going to get this out of the way just for space. And I'm guessing that these are the same. So we've got an insert with some nice photos. But yeah, it sounds fantastic. It really, really does. And I've seen a lot of comments of people talking about how they're just so pleased with the sound quality of this. And it just sounds gorgeous. All right, here's a big reveal. Oh, look at that. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Can't wait. Cannot wait. I bet you can't guess what I'll be listening to the rest of the day. All right. Well, that's pretty much it. And obviously, I can't play much, unfortunately. Maybe down the road we'll figure out a way to sample them somehow. But I wanted to let you know that I appreciate you guys watching this video, supporting the channel. And thank you for putting up with my sort of obsessive interest in the Beatles over the last few months. It's kind of how I do it. I get hyper interested in a subject and then I move on. And, you know, I did the same thing with Patsy Cline. But what happens is as I learn about a new artist, as I learn about something and, you know, get excited about it, and even after I move on, I sort of I collectively keep an interest in all the things that I've learned and all the things I've gotten into. So I still listen to Patsy Cline all the time. I still love the music. Same thing with Glenn Miller. Same thing with the Beatles. And I don't know, you know, what's going to happen next. That's the part of the fun of it, is like, what's going to pique my interest next. But I'm still learning and still appreciating it all. And I appreciate you guys being there for the ride. And I know that if you've watched this far into the video, you're probably like-minded in terms of, you know, your like of the Beatles. So I feel that, you know, for those that aren't as interested as we are in the Beatles, I have to tone it down somewhat. So I'm actively trying to not make my obsessive interests, you know, all over the channel, and that's all it is. I'm trying to keep some variety there for folks because, you know, I get it. You know, you watch a YouTube video and somebody's like, will not stop talking about a particular subject. I don't want to be that guy. So anyway, hope you like this video. Let me know in the comments down below which version of Now and Then you got. If you're interested in the blue and red albums, or if you got this exact set, or if you would get, do you think it's worth a little bit more to get the colored vinyl versus the non-colored vinyl? You have to let me know. All right, my friends, awesome as expected. And the more I listen, the more I like. If you want to snag this, I'll put a link in the description down below. Obviously, it's available everywhere, but if you purchase through the link down below, it would support the channel, which would be awesome. I just want to say a huge, sincere thank you to you for watching, for being there, for all of your support. Couldn't do it without you. Anyway, my friends, that's going to do it for today. Happy record hunting. See you next time.